Madden 20 1.16 is out now. A link in the description will be posted for the official patch notes right from EA. I will not be narrating the entire patch notes, just a couple of sections, because it's just going to take too long. I don't have that much time. I got other things I have to do, but the main purpose of these videos with updates is to sometimes just let you know that the update is out to begin with. Even though I have automatic downloads on, I've said this before, it's not always obvious that a game has an update. Sometimes there can be a lot of very interesting things going on here. So like I said, go right to that link if you want to read it for yourself. I'm only going to read a small, brief section. I'm going to start with franchise updates really quick. Just a couple of sections and that's it. So franchise updates, we've added full-on field control option for offline franchise and face of the franchise quarterback 1 leagues. Fixed issue causing hidden dev trait snap counts to reset on the player card in leagues using the active roster option. Added X Factor database view to franchise modes, which allows players to see which superstars and superstar X Factors are on each team in the league, allowing players to scout their competition before game day. Added new league settings for minimum roster size and off-season roster cut limits. Dev note, we hope league commissioners find these new settings useful and that they help prevent problems in multi-users leagues. Off-season player overall cut limit settings can toggle between overall restrictions, all these numbers, so that disgruntled team owners will not be allowed to cut and release the players above the limit. Player overall restrictions setting applies only during Year 1 preseason week through Year 2 preseason week 1. In-season player movement limit setting can be toggled between 0 to 4 up to 20 and unlimited. In-season movement limit is for the first week of the regular season through the week of the Super Bowl. Trading and releasing players count towards the in-season move limit. Fixed an issue causing some formations to be flipped in formation subs menu. Fixed an issue preventing the formation subscreen from updating when changing the playbook on the schemes screen. Fixed an issue preventing a superstar ability from unlocking when the player's overall didn't match the criteria. Replaced a preseason Taylor Bennett introduction for new coach leagues with a new introduction conversation about development traits. Updated future Super Bowl stadiums in newly created leagues. I'm not going to read these all out. You can see this quickly here. Fixed an issue causing user-controlled players that were retired to then be available in the free agent pool. Interesting. Updated scenario trigger conditions for frustrated player stories. Fixed issues causing bad text to display when Jack Ford would reach out after a Super Bowl game. Increased XP rewards for coaches from boss battle scenarios, adjusted the rating and attribute rewards for completing scenarios. Updated FSU coach and face the franchise QB1 college games. Fixed a typo in the pop-up message when attempting to make an offer higher than what would go above the salary cap. Fixed an issue causing overalls on the front end to be wildly different than the overalls in franchise team selection. Dev note, franchise calculations use a different formula to calculate overall, and while we keep these rating spreads similar, there will be some intentional differences, so they will not match exactly. Fixed incorrect text regarding defensive playbooks for Dolphins, Chiefs, Cardinals, and Jets. Fixed an issue preventing the roster screen from updating after editing a player in offline leagues. Updated the analysis section of the player card to display correct top NN% at the position. Fixed an issue causing CPU teams using 3 to 4 coach schemes to cut too many MLBs. The load franchise button will be at the top of the more options list for offline, cloud, and face of the franchise screens once a league has been created. Fixed an issue in the draft class editor where big players had shiny arms. Maybe they were oiled up. I don't know. Baby oil. Know what I'm saying? Fixed an issue where the top NFL draft prospects shows up at the true talent rank 0. Well, 0 does come before number 1. Fixed an issue when starting a new league using a specific week and real-life rosters, the week's number would be off by 1. New game day stories and challenges have been added. New breakout scenario arcs in franchise coach mode. I'm not going to read all these out, but breakout X Factor defensive tackle. Okay, there's like different, scenarios. You can either pause it, like I said, or read it on your own. There's only certain parts of the patch that I want to highlight here. New breakout scenario arcs in QB1 and franchise player locked mode. New playoff content. Win 1 for the veteran. Under certain circumstances in coach mode, a team decides to rally around a veteran leader in the playoffs. Playoff clinch notification. In coach mode, a team is notified when they clinch a playoff berth. Playoff decision, rest, or momentum. In coach mode, if a user clinches a top playoff seed before week 17, the user makes a choice between resting his team or preserving momentum going into the playoffs. Other new content. Preseason quarterback mentor. In coach mode, a team with an older veteran quarterback actually has an opportunity to improve younger players on the roster. That's cool. Presentation updates. Not going to get into that. Yeah, presentation. It's pretty short. Let me just skip right through it quickly. Fixed an issue preventing the kick meter from appearing late in games for franchise players when using longer quarter lengths. Various commentary updates. Nice. X Factor loading screen and database updates. Fixed an issue causing the quarterback pre-play speaker graphic to appear under players other than the quarterback. Tuning to coach cam to avoid the camera from constantly resetting when spamming pre-snap mechanics. Fixed an issue causing players to appear with the incorrect helmet after trading them on the main menu. Sort of like in the NHL games when you trade a goalie to another team, they still have their mask, their glove, their blocker, their knee pads, and their stick from the prior team they were from before. Fixed an issue sometimes causing sideline props to disappear in specific cutscenes. Maybe someone was running off with them, I don't know. Gameplay updates. Dev note, while today's update brings a lot of quality of life improvements to all of our players, it does not drastically alter the balance of the running game on the competitive Madden level. We are actively testing a significant tuning set that will bring more viable defense counters against the run game in an upcoming title update, and are targeting a release that will give competitors time to adjust their game plans before the next MCS event. Multiple improvements to sideline and boundary catch rulings relative to 2 feet versus 1 foot in bounds. Good, thank goodness for that. Tuning to improve pass leading abilities when throwing to drag and crossing routes. Tuning to improve picking up the ball off the ground for user control players. Fixed a rare issue causing a catch knockout in the back of the end zone to lead to an incorrect touchback. Added functionality to tackle supreme and secure tackler abilities, allowing them to prevent broken tackles resulting from ball carrier special moves, in addition to the existing functionality which prevents broken, conservative, and dive tackles. Tuning to decrease the frequency of face mask penalties on simulation and arcade game styles, which also applies to both user control teams and AI control teams when using the aggressive strip ball coach adjustment. So they were using the player's head as the ball, and get over here with the mask. And no? Okay. Improved catch animations to reduce specific cases of receivers failing to trigger a catch animation. Fixed an issue causing back foot inaccurate passes when trying to use pass leading back towards the quarterback. Tuning to reduce wind speeds in stadiums with retractable domes on competitive game styles. Yeah, no one needs a Hurricane Dorian inside the the arenas, whatever. Tuning to reduce successful hit sticks by low-rated players versus scrambling quarterbacks in competitive game style. This will only prevent hit sticks versus quarterbacks from being 100% successful in cases where the defender has a really low HPW rating and or the quarterback has a higher BTK rating. For defenders with higher HPW ratings, hit sticks on quarterbacks will still not be broken. Fixed a rare issue allowing an interception of a tipped pass during quarterback spike. Quarterback spikes will no longer be able to be intercepted. Tuning to improve deep zone behavior in cover 3 and cover 4 when covering certain plays where the number 3 receiver is in the backfield. Fixed an issue preventing play results from the last play of a quarter from counting towards X Factor knockout conditions. Fixed an issue sometimes causing the clock to keep running after the ball would hit the goalpost. Tuning to decrease AI usage of fake snap in simulation arcade game styles, which should also reduce the frequency of AI-controlled false start penalties. Tuning to better balance the read defender's behavior versus read option and RPO plays. Fixed a rare issue, sometimes preventing progression through Skills Trainer Gauntlet. Multiple improvements to various skill trainer drills. And we've got a bunch of playbook updates. Very few people will be concerned with that, but like I said, if you want to pause that super quick and read that, you can. Okay. Ultimate team updates, there's really not much. Fixed an issue causing players to get an error message and sent back to the main menu when entering a specific challenge with an active salary cap lineup. Superstar KO. A new squad is entering Superstar KO this week. There it is there. Led by Coach John Gruden, Team Rhythm is giving Emmitt Smith's GNP some well-deserved R&R after taking a beating trying to make it through those lines. So, there's that. And I think we're pretty much near the end. Updates to Dot City Playbook, right? PC updates specifically. Fixed an issue preventing the mouse functionality for arrow symbols from working properly after resizing the screen in windowed mode. You PC elitist pricks, you see what you get for having all these extra features. Fixed issues causing loss of controller functionality when first entering certain modes. I thought it was all about the mouse and keyboard. What happened to that? But you still want to go ahead and use one of these, don't you? Yeah, you can't stay away from it. Fixed several issues with mouse inputs on various franchise UI screens. Now just throw it a piece of cheese. Yeah, I know, that was lame. It was supposed to be. Seriously, look how long that's been and I didn't even read all the notes. Holy pineapple. If you liked the video, as always, give it a thumbs up. You didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I'll make sure when you play the game. You know Mr. X from Resident Evil 2? And if you don't know who he is, Google magic that shit. He will come for you. I don't care if your quarterback is Tom Brady. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter. I don't care who your wide receiver is. I don't care who any of your guys are. He gets on the field, and I'm controlling him. You think Mike Tyson had a nasty punch? Check out some footage of Mr. X. It's pretty nasty shit. And if you survive that, and you wake up out of your coma, and you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be amazing now, wouldn't it? And if not, well, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever you identify as, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye now.